What's up, guys? Another vlog. I'm Ryan. Think, learn, be vulnerable. So, I'm going to talk about my PS5, which I got, and I'm very excited about. It's pretty awesome. Here's the controller. It's really fat. It blows my mind how much I love it, but at the same time, how much it's just not necessary. I have a PS4. I have games. You know, I don't have that many games for the PlayStation 5. It hasn't really come out yet. Most of them won't come out, till 2021. That's kind of the big year for it. And I'm happy that I got it, but it kind of makes me realize how many things there are available to us in this life that aren't really necessary. Do I need to have a headset with a microphone on it like this? No. But do I think it looks cool? Yeah, and I like it. And while I think it's okay to let yourself indulge in some of these things, I think we need to remember that restraint is important. And especially at a time like this, still in a pandemic, it is easy to overindulge. And so if we make sure that we're looking at ourselves and asking ourselves this question, do I need this thing? Do I really need it? Or is it okay if I go without it? And ask ourselves too, is this a temporary need? Or is this a long-term need? And I find a lot of the things that I purchase are just temporary needs. And I get them like, okay, it's made me feel good for a little while, but it doesn't really have the long-term happiness that I'm looking for. And even though a lot of the games that I play, can be upwards of 100 hours long, you could argue that's long-term happiness, but it really isn't. It's really kind of short-term happiness. Yeah, it may take you a month to finish that game, but once it's done, I'm happy that I had this experience, and I'm happy that I got away for a little while, but the real world is still there. And that's the thing that makes it tough, is the real world is still out there. And it sort of makes me think about people's approach to the coronavirus, to this pandemic, is they're doing a lot of short-term gains, short-term happiness, instead of thinking about long-term happiness. Oh, I'm going to go out and have dinner because it makes me feel good. I'm like, yeah, but you're also exposing yourself. It's like, I just want to go to this party and not wear a mask. I'm like, oh, okay, that's great. But if you catch coronavirus and die, it doesn't help you. You tear your ACL and then you're running around the court in 2 months, and then you tear it again. You got to go back into rehab again. It doesn't help. Take the year off. Recover. And the coronavirus is basically America's torn ACL. Take the year off. Recover. This is why I'm really excited about some of the things that are being said from the Biden campaign in terms of how they're going to combat the coronavirus. Will we have a vaccine? I mean, it's entirely possible. And there's good news coming out every day about it. But are we going to distribute that before summertime? Probably not. I'd be really surprised if we were done with this by summer, which means we've got to hunker down for a while, at least another 7 months. We've already been hunkered down for 7 months. We do it again, it's tough, but we got to do it. If we want to beat this, that's how we do it. And supposedly, they'll pass a stimulus package in January, and then it'll kick back, and then we can kick back, which is what we should have been doing in the first place. And so what can we learn from this? Take a look at things in your own life and think about, am I doing them only in the short term, or is this a long-term solution? You know, why am I doing certain things? Do I really need that bucket of ice cream? Probably not. Do I really need that pizza? Probably not. You know, pizza's not really cost effective. It's expensive, and you have a tendency to overeat with it. You know, eating healthy is one of those things that's not only good for you, it's actually good for your wallet too. It's actually cheaper to go out, buy your own food and cook it and know what you're putting in your body, right? So, what can we learn from this? Well, we got to learn patience. We have to learn that there are times when we just got to sit back, and that's okay. And this is one of those times. It's okay to put your feet up. It's okay to just relax, but moderation, you know. And the vulnerable part here too is remembering, yeah, there's going to be times when you're going to really want to just have that ice cream. I literally just got back from McDonald's today, like 10 minutes ago. So I want to talk, but McDonald's is once a week tops, maybe once every 2 weeks. You know, McDonald's should be a treat. It can't be an everyday thing. And that's the thing we got to look at, and look at the way that we're treating this virus, and look at the way that we're treating our own lives. Let's stop making McDonald's the first thing that we go to, the first solution we go to. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll see you later.